So the genre, and I'm just looking at Wikipedia for this. They list alternative rock, hard rock, psychedelic rock, grunge, dream pop, stoner rock, college rock. This here, as I'm listening to it, I'm like, well, here's where the dream pop and stoner rock came together.
Absolutely. I mean, it could almost be like a discarded track from Pink Floyd or something like that. Like it just has that really like that spacey vibe again, where you just it has texture to it. It has feel, it has a vibe. And then they're like, okay, we're bringing it back. Stomp on the stomp boxes. Here's our big muff. We're kicking it in with our guitars. And, you can imagine the light show on the live, at the concert, like kicking in at that point too, when they come in with that heavy part.
Yeah. What a so tell me about the drums. As I'm listening and not being a musician, they always seem very forward to me, or at least
They are.
they come forward in a lot of places. Am I making that up, or how does that work?
Yeah, no, they are. And I think that is because Butch Vig is a drummer as well. So the producer is a drummer. And I think that him and Jimmy really had a bond there when it came to that, and they knew that the drums were really a driving force with this stuff, but not like over the top. I don't think any of it is necessarily over the top or like in your face, but it does drive the songs home when he's playing those things, and that's where his dynamics come in. That's where he's playing softer, or I know that he tunes his drums certain ways for certain songs, and they would spend hours on the tunings of the drums, like tuning the drum heads to get a certain feel or a
That's
certain
awesome.
vibe, where they'd swap out snare drums. I mean, there's even like on YouTube, you can look it up, where like on some of the songs there's isolated parts where they say like you can hear his snare drum going out of tune because he's hitting it so hard through from the beginning of the song to the end of the song. And I don't know, that's just really cool. He's really a fun drummer to watch. I mean, he still plays even when he's not playing with the Pumpkins. He's got some side projects that he does. He actually, I think he's on tour right now.
Oh, very cool.
My buddy Ward just went to go see him in California, and it's a little more of a jazz kind of fusiony kind of thing, but it's phenomenal to watch him play.
Yeah, and that is one of my biggest takeaways from going through and focusing on this album was the drums being forward, was the role that they play in the narrative of each song, because it doesn't seem like a regular band to me with how the drums are incorporated.
Oh yeah, and that's all production there too. I mean, he's a great player, but man, this sound of this album is so great, and I just think it's so cool, and that's Butch Vig. I mean, that's Billy Corgan too, kind of controlling it, but I think that's Butch Vig, and kudos to what he did and what he does for sure.
Yeah. And then the chorus, the chorus, it gets used a lot in this song. So we're getting that she knows, she knows, she knows. And it comes out the first time and it's kind of calm. Second time, we're really building and getting heavier there. And then we're getting a guitar solo after it. And then we're coming back to the chorus again before it's almost an entire minute of feedback
Yeah,
to
yeah,
close the song and
yeah,
like
which is
jumping back and
awesome.
forth and there's like these other screechy sounds.
Yeah,
It's like a guitar haunted forest of
yeah.
time to end it. And I'm just like, oh, I love this. And if he is doing all of his experimenting with LSD, I bet he loved the ending to this track.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's such a cool song, and this song for me and my friends. I mean, it definitely was one of those like, wow, we're chasing the dream with this one. Like when we were writing our songs and playing at Butler and doing all that stuff. I mean, this is probably one of the songs that we ripped off the most. The highs and the lows and everything. In fact, my buddy Weston, he named his cat after this song. He had a cat named Rhino, and it was because of this song. So I mean, it is an amazing thing. And then you know, and then that, like you said, taking that the feedback and letting it ring out for a minute or so, and then it blends seamlessly into the feedback of the start of the next song.
Let's go to that. This is track 4. Bury Me.